Now let's look at the loan and the business line of credit. Okay. Now, can you apply for a business loan? Requests are up to 50,000. And then requests greater than 50K must be discussed with your lending representative, who will explain the requirements and application process. So you can get higher than a $50,000 business loan, but it's going to go through more scrutiny and more underwriting. And then the 50,000, under 50,000, it's going to be less of a process that you can go through. I've never personally done a business loan with them yet because I don't have a business checking account with them yet. With that will be changing this month. Can I get a pre-approved for a loan at this time? Navy Federal doesn't do pre-approvals. What is considered a new startup business? So when they say startup business, you need to know anything under 2 years. Okay. Now, in the business credit mastermind, we may or may not talk about a lender we may or may not talk about some lenders that are considered startup friendly. Okay. That's going to be up to Ghost if he wants to do that or not. I gotta play ball with him because Ghost is one of the strongest people in the business credit game, and he's being very generous to do another mastermind with us. Does Navy Federal work with the SBA? Yes. And so you guys obviously need to be a business member to have any type of business financing. So I thought it was really interesting that they do bigger loans than 50K. You just got to actually call them and talk to them, talk to the business rep. Okay. Secured business line of credit could be super big for you guys, but again, it doesn't report to the personal credit. I put this in there in case you guys want that, need that. If you have some type of capital, right? So if you have a home and you want to get a line of credit off that, you could put the home in the business name, or you could leverage that as collateral for anybody that owns 25% of the business. So there's a lot of ways that you can actually secure funding using assets, right? So I just wanted to put this slide in the deck so that way you guys could still say, okay, guess what? I can get a secured line of credit leveraging some assets that I have to help me get more liquidity for real estate, for content creation, for trucking, for my online business, for whatever, for my e-com business. Don't ever forget the power of leveraging an asset to get a massive credit line to get more assets. That's the game. Leverage an asset, get more credit, expand your business, get more assets, get more credit. That's the entire house of cards. It may sound like, well, all I'm doing is credit. That's what all the millionaires have, credit. Okay. They own nothing. They control everything. Everything's based in a trust. They leverage other people's money. They live below the poverty line. They're on food stamps. They get Medicare. Guys, this thing was written for the rich, not for the poor. This thing is not written for the middle class, right? So once you learn how to literally leverage credit to acquire an asset and then get a massive credit line, just leveraging that asset, now you can do bigger things with that larger credit line to acquire more assets, which bring in more cash flow if you're investing in the right assets, right? Real estate, commercial real estate being one. Grant Cardone talks about this all the time. How many doors can I get? How many people are paying me rent every month, right? So these are things right there. Another thing you can use is a stock portfolio, not at Navy Federal, but if you have a stock portfolio, the market's down, you don't want to sell, but you want to leverage that. We can get a securities line of credit, which basically leverages that portfolio to acquire a line of credit to help liquidity in your business. All right. So don't ever lose sight of that. They also have equipment loans. I want to put this in the deck too. For people to see, once again, always a personal guarantee, always a personal credit check. On the business side, Experian. On the personal side, TransUnion. Okay. Business products, always Experian. Personal, always TransUnion as of right now anyway. All right. Great way to get in. You need computer products. You need things for your e-com business, things like that, expansion, all of that still there for you. Okay. Now equipment loans is really easy to justify because they actually do, they have all of their own algorithms on that as well. The NFCU business vehicle loans, I wanted to put this in here for you guys as well, for light duty trucks, SUVs, and cars. Okay. You could do refinancing as well. Move your car into your business name. This would be what you want to talk to. You want to go look right into this to get this into your business name. They're not like Bank of America. They don't have 4 cards with 1 pull. Ladies and gentlemen, Navy Federal Credit Union is literally very, very old school in how they do things on the business side, which is not bad. It's just a lot of tedious paperwork. It's just not instant. Okay. So we're used to the instant type of approvals. That's not the case over here on the business side. Everything is looked at. the relationship is considered, which can help you as well, given you have a good relationship with them. Okay. Commercial vehicle loans. We're talking about the box trucks. We're talking about, semi trucks, all types of stuff, right? They also have programs available for that you guys can talk to them about. Okay. Real estate loans. They have commercial real estate loans as well. And like I said, these can go massive. All right. It all depends on your personal relationship with them and then your business relationship with them. So your first thing is to get as much credit you can on the personal side, show that you're responsible for it. So that way they can really go crazy for you on the business side. But the business side is not talked about as much because most of these people don't have these products. That's why it's not talked about as much, right? Let's talk about some hacks. All right. So instant stated income loans. Okay. So right now you can get an instant stated income loan. Okay. You can go get an auto loan, just leveraging what you put on your application. No docs required. You can get up to a $50,000 personal loan. No docs required. You can also do the credit cards, but that's not a loan. Okay. So if you need a loan right now, personal loan, auto loan, you can get it, just stated income. That's super helpful for entrepreneurs like myself to not have to give all of this paperwork to get an approval. Okay. I just went over that as well. Soft pull credit limit increases through the app. Okay. So this does not work when you call in. This does not work when you go into a branch. If you want to get a credit limit increase on your card, you go in through your Navy Federal app, you go to your credit card, you request a credit limit increase. You want to make sure that you do that every 100 days to try to get the maximum that you can. Remember, the maximum exposure limit is 80,000 across the board for all of your revolving lines on the personal side. So you can really get that going crazy. The thing is, though, is all of the cards are capped at 50K outside of the flagship card, okay, which is 80K, right? We already went through all of that. If you guys are joining late, go back and watch the beginning of the call. Okay, so soft pull credit limit increases through the app. All right, make sure you're doing that every 100 days. Does not pull your credit. Okay, I can attest to it. I've had 2 credit limit increases with Navy Federal. It's been great. Cash advance hack. Okay, now in your app, you can go into your card, right? You can see what your credit limit is, and it's going to say cash advance limit, right? You're going to see that limit within your app. You can go on there, look at your cash advance limit. If you have a $25,000 line of credit, then you should have 30% of that available to you, right? For instant use. With this hack, your credit card now turns into a line of credit. Remember, there's no cash advance fees. The APR is just 2% greater than the actual APR. So if your APR is 6%, your cash advance APR is 8%, and there's no cash advance fee.